Hey, what's up dear viewers of the YouTube? My name is Mark and welcome to my channel. In today's video I want to clarify a couple of things about Suboxone induction, meaning how do you get started with Suboxone, because I know there's some misleading information, controversial information out there, and even with my channel, I was kind of saying one thing in one video and then another thing in another video. Maybe, I don't know. It feels like some of the things that I say are kind of contradicting. And go by my most recent videos. That's basically the best practice here, because I try to. The reason why I keep recording more videos focusing on the same topic is because I kind of learn from my mistakes. I rewatch my videos and I say to myself, I messed up there, I didn't say the right thing here. So here I'm gonna talk about Suboxone induction, and predominantly I want to let you guys know that my experience is very limited. I did not try anything besides Vicodins, Percocets, and oxycodone. Really, I was prescribed tramadol at some point in time. I can talk to you about tramadol if you're interested. I can tell you the experiences of using tramadol with Suboxone if you're interested, so let me know. But when you are trying to get onto Suboxone, if you are trying to use Suboxone to get off your drug of choice, like I say, a street drug like heroin, for example, you have to follow the same principle as if you were to use Suboxone for, let's say, methadone, when you're switching from methadone. Meaning you have to wait for some of the withdrawals to kick in. With Suboxone, you need to start low, very low. There is absolutely no need to wait for 80, 90, 75 hours that people reporting. I went to a doctor and I had to wait for 70 some hours to go through the induction process. Yes, the longer you wait, the better it is, the safer it is for you. But however, there is no need to really put yourself through intense misery. There is a way for you guys to start taking, let's say, 0.5 milligrams, and you have to wait for 90 minutes and see how you feel. There is very little chance that after taking 0.5 milligrams that you will go to precipitated withdrawal, and this is what scares most people, this whole concept of precipitated withdrawal. And again, I'm repeating myself here over and over again, but precipitated withdrawal is when you basically take Suboxone too early, or when you take a larger dose of Suboxone too early, where you still have your full agonist opiate in your receptors, and then you take Suboxone, Buprenorphine, and naloxone. They knock out all the other opiates from your receptors, which puts you in a deep pain, to say the least. In other words, again, I'm repeating myself over and over again, but for some of you newer viewers out there, let's say you've used Oxy. And again, this is something that I'm most experienced with. Let's say you're using Oxy, and if you were to quit Oxy, it's cold turkey, you go through this acute stage of physical withdrawal process where you go through diarrhea, maybe vomiting, anxiety, depression. It's a slow process where it's like a slow, if you look at the timeline, you slowly getting and you're starting to feel worse and worse, and then you're feeling crappier and crappier, and then on day 3 that's the peak of your withdrawal stage, and then maybe day 5 you start feeling better, basically. So imagine feeling all of the symptoms within 2 to 3 hours. It's horrible. Thank God I've never gone through precipitated withdrawal, but again, because I used Suboxone the right way, and that's what I preach and tell everybody. There is no reason to hate on Suboxone. Suboxone is a great tool if used properly, and the way to start is to take smallest doses possible. Don't try to go into euphoria after you feeling some withdrawal symptoms. I know for a fact that if you getting off short-acting opiates like oxy or even heroin, from what I heard from people, you can wait for 12-15 hours, take 0.5 milligrams, maybe 1 milligram, and you'll be fine. Wait another 90 minutes and take another milligram. So that's the purpose of induction process. You kind of do it slowly, and normally you should be stable at around 4 to 5 6 maybe milligrams per day. It's your starting dose if you're getting off short-acting opiates. If you're using methadone, I know it has a very long half-life, and people do need to go through some kind of pain before they induct in Suboxone. But again, I doubt that you will have any withdrawals if you start off with 0.5 milligrams. Again, I'm not a doctor. Do not take this as a medical advice. I beg you, do your research, call your doctor, Google this information. But again, I personally don't think that you will go into crazy precipitated withdrawal if you wait long enough. Let's say, I don't know, 48 hours, and you start microdosing, like literally microdosing. If you're afraid to take 0.5, take 0.25, and then bring it up each hour, 0.25, 0.25, 0.25. Just the safest bet. But again, I haven't heard of anyone, and I know a lot of people that have been taking Suboxone for years, and they were jumping from Suboxone to their drug of choice and vice versa, and I haven't heard anyone go into the precipitated withdrawal when they started off at 0.5 milligrams. Again, that's just my personal experience. I'm talking about people that I personally know, that I personally helped. But again, you have to do your own research. Speak to your doctor. I am not a doctor. So that's what I pretty much wanted to kind of clarify, because I get a lot of like messages, people asking me, what are you talking about? I waited 24 hours and I was in precipitated withdrawal. Yeah, but I mean, first of all, I never said that was a guarantee, medical trick, medical advice, none of that stuff. I thought, I shared my experience, and I shared what I shared with many other people, and nobody had any problems with anything. You cannot expect to wait for, 24 hours after 200 milligrams of methadone and take a full Suboxone strip. Of course you will take that amount of Suboxone, you will go into precipitated withdrawal no matter what you quit. Even if you get off probably heroin, you're going to feel precipitated withdrawals. So again, be smart, do your research, find out what is the half-life of the drug that you're currently taking. And again, the longer the half-life, the longer you have to wait. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, obviously. So again, I only have experience with short-acting opiates. Even most of my guys that I know, most recently I was helping this guy who was using fentanyl, and apparently fentanyl has a longer half-life also. I thought it has a shorter half-life, but again, he had to wait for 42 hours. He waited for 42 hours. He did use some comfort meds in between, which was not something that I recommended, but he used some comfort meds, some marijuana to kind of prolong the process. He wanted to basically buy some time. He wanted to wait as long as possible, and he also knows his own body. He knows his own biology, basically. So yeah, definitely do your research, find out which is the half-life of your drug of choice before you kind of jump on me and tell me that I'm a bullshitter that I don't know what I'm talking about. I really don't try to be mean now, but I just wanted to kind of respond to some of the comments that I received recently. And again, I apologize. I have been MIA from my private group that I committed to. I promise to be back once this whole mess is over, once I stop using hand sanitizer every time I get out of my car and each time I get back in my car, once I stop wearing a freaking mask and gloves and panic about my family and everybody else, then I'll definitely be more active in addiction recovery group that I kind of created. So guys, I hope this video clarified a couple of things that you guys had questions about, and I hope this video helps somebody in the future. But always reach out to me and I'll try to respond in the comments. That's the best way to actually reach out to me, is via comments, because I get notifications automatically, and my email is just a mess because I have a lot of mailboxes, including the one from work, and with all this crazy PPP loan program that's going on right now, my phone is ringing off the hook. I can't really control what I respond to first. So yeah, by all means, if you have a question, commenting on the video is the best way to kind of get to me, and I know many of you guys did that, so I appreciate that. All right, hey guys, thank you very much for watching my video till the end. If you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel. It does not cost you anything. Also, even though I hate to ask people for anything, but if you would be able to support this channel by using some of my affiliate links down below in the description, I would really appreciate it. You don't have to donate money to me. There's a way for you to just shop on Amazon, and I'll get like a 4% cut for your purchase. That would be greatly appreciated. On this note, please have a great day. Be blessed, be happy, be safe, be strong, both physically and emotionally. And I'll see you in my next video. Peace.